anyway, so it's not like he's adding anything new.
What is that? Okay.
Are we on fire?
I'm gonna hope
that was my headphones.
Oh my god!
How did your headphones do that?
The Rewind Guys.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Rewind Guys, the show where we talk about movies. In the beginning, there was Bruce Lee. Then there was Jet Li. And then we got Chris Farley. Because we're talking about Beverly Hills Ninja. Rusel's pick. Why did you pick Beverly Hills Ninja?
I've just been really wanting to do like a really authentic, classic, like Kung Fu style movie.
Good choice.
So, I thought this was a good idea.
Yeah. Well, when you did the trailer earlier this week, I thought it was The Drunken Master.
Yes.
And then I was super excited because it was Beverly Hills Ninja. And I'm so glad we did a Chris Farley movie. I have been wanting to do one forever. Although...
Isn't this considered his worst movie?
We'll get into that. Because, I would have been more excited if it had been Tommy Boy or Black Sheep or...
Wouldn't pick him, motherfucker.
Ooh. I hate to admit this, okay? I hate to admit this, but aside from Tommy Boy, Black Sheep, and this one, I don't know if I really recall any other ones.
I don't.
I think when I think Chris Farley, aside from, of course, Saturday Night Live, this is all I remember.
Does this movie happen after his bigger hits?
I'm not 100% sure, but this came out in 97, so I would think so. I think Tommy Boy's earlier.
It feels like it's trying to reference a lot of his older stuff, like, haha, look, it's Chris Farley, look at this joke he's done before.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so that's kind of the thing, right? I was reading up on this movie a little bit, and when it came out, it was not received well.
Really?
Yes. In fact, I don't know if it is currently, but I think the critics rating is 13%.
Ooh.
I could see that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one scene that I could see that for.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear. Okay. But I think 13% is a bit harsh. Oh. I think 13% is a bit harsh, but I can understand, especially when this is being maybe critiqued by legit, like, prestigious cinema critics. This is a comedy, and it's Chris Farley. When you watch a movie with Chris Farley, you're in it for Chris Farley, period. There is a boat, Old Lucky. I think that's what it was called.
I didn't catch that.
It obviously was shipwrecked and destroyed probably due to a storm, and I can only assume either his parents hated him and locked him in a trunk, or in a last-ditch effort to try and save their child, they threw him in a trunk and it washed up on shore. And that's how these ninjas found him.
It's probably the first one.
Fuck this fat baby! Throw in a trunk. So the ninjas found him, and they had this prophecy about a ninja, but they didn't know it was going to be a white ninja.
Yeah, it was just like a foreign ninja from a faraway land or some.
I mean, they say
crap.
foreign ninja, but it's also the great white ninja, is what it's about.
Okay, all right.
Because it does say that.
Does it? Okay. Because I just assumed it's like a foreign ninja, but then they found this baby, so it's like, oh, it must be a white ninja.
Unfortunately, we'll never really know because the ancient scroll was burned in the making of this film.
Yeah, there's a few more interesting stories in that scroll they probably should have done a movie about.
I just want to know where the fuck he was pointing when he was reading it. He was like all over, like he's pointing to blank areas on the scroll reading this shit.
It's not what's written, it's what wasn't written.
Yes.
Look between the lines.
I was actually laughing right from the get-go because it got to the scene where he was swinging around that like weird chain thing. And when it was happening, I was like, oh, I remember this part. It's funny because I thought when he swung it around his neck, it just wrapped around and he started choking. When it wrapped around his neck and then wrapped around like the raft or whatever and he hung himself, dude, I was cracking up. That was good. Here's the problem. we get this kind of stereotypical weak-ass story of counterfeiters. And honestly, there's nothing to it. One guy gets half of the plates to print this bill, tracks down the other half, and, you know, there's a little bit of static because the other people don't want to give it up. They want his half so they can print. He wants their half so he can print. And there's not much of a dispute or scuffle behind this. The whole movie really is just Chris Farley trying to track down this guy whose name I can't even remember. Tanley. Damn, you're good. You're going to go places, kid. Okay, yes, no, Tanley. And for this Allison Page lady. And that's the whole movie. Sally?
Sally Jones.
Oh, Sally Jones, yes.
Yeah, I think, you know, ultimately they were like, we don't really have a story, but we want Chris Farley to be a ninja.
Yes.
So we're just going to kind of let him do his thing over this kind of generic plot.
Sally Jones is in trouble. I must go to America to protect her.
What makes you think you can find her in America?
I have this.
I mean this with the utmost respect. I love Chris Farley. But I do not think he's much of an actor.
No.
When you watch this, it is over the top with every line said. When it cuts to other things, he's just... It's not presented like a typical actor. He's a comedian. He's just bringing
It's all
himself.
physical comedy.
Yeah, and then they throw Chris Rock in there, and it's like, no.
I mean, he just spent the whole movie trying to choke his chicken.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the funny part? He brought nothing to this movie at all.
I was going to say he felt like he could have just not been there. Could have been anyone.
He was an afterthought.
You know.
Was he? How famous was he at the time?
Oh hell, I don't know. In 97, I'm not sure. I do not follow his career.
It's such a small part. I was wondering if it was early in his career. He's big enough to get like a title card. Didn't they say it was featuring him as well?
Yeah, it just said with Chris Rock.
Yeah.
And was he on SNL also or no? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Damn it! You guys are good for nothing. Neither am I.
Hey, I thought I was going places.
Well, now you're not.
Fuck, got lost already.
Yeah, it happens. That's life, man. Ups and downs.
So sorry.
Can we talk about some amazing special effects?
The Plane of Enlightenment
Yeah.
is the best.
I fucking hate it.
That was my favorite.
No, okay.
I mean, like it was funny, but like as soon as they did that, I'm like, the fuck.
I also like his weird, like, dickhead-shaped haircut. I don't know what was happening there. Everybody else was normal, but his hair was just the stupidest fucking thing.
Or like toward like the end when he's actually like becoming good at fighting because like, you know, his love for his brother, you know, is just what?
This is because reasons.
I don't know why.
Yep.
Because of reasons.
Yeah, it's the joke. It's like he's good at fighting now because reasons.
I just like when he does this flip. And the stunt person doing the flip apparently has much longer hair.
Oh no, I didn't even catch
so
that.
Good.
I noticed it too. Like one minute it's Chris Farley, next minute it's like a surfer dude,
Yes.
and I'm like,
Yep.
How did I not see that?
Oh, it's so good. The thing that the thing that I think really threw parts of this movie off, and I know this sounds so weird, especially because it's like a nonsensical movie, is anytime any of the actors were climbing. No one? It's very unnatural.
well, I mean, every like stunt in this movie is pretty unnatural.
Yeah, that is very true.
It's okay though, because he has a short sword.
He's thinking with his short sword.
Yeah. But Chris Farley's a big guy, right? So he clearly probably I don't want to be rude.
Clearly, probably, maybe.
I don't want to be rude. I'm assuming he can't lift himself. So his hand goes up. It does not move the rope or anything but his body. You could just,
Oh, yeah. You know what? That did look weird. I remember that.
Because his hand goes up, and instead of pulling his body up or having something to push him up, it looks like they pull the rope up. Like the whole rope moves. Really weird. I'm watching, I was like, this looks really fucking strange. Because that's the thing. Aside from Chris Farley's antics, the movie, I think, is supposed to be legit, right? I think everything is supposed to be...
think so. I
I
think
thought
it's
it was all
literally-
supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, I thought
Really?
everything is just supposed to be. The whole movie exists for Chris Farley's antics.
Yes, but I thought it was for the contrast of like let's have the serious movie, and then this one guy who throws it all off, right?
I don't know.
Because I can't picture,
There weren't enough serious scenes or like anything to justify that.
but we don't get anything silly from any other actor or any other moment. It's always from Chris Farley.
I feel like the brother was also.
Disagree. I disagree.
I mean, he was being serious himself, but he was always the butt of a joke.
Yes, caused by Chris Farley. And that's what I think, like moments like the climbing thing or like when they're being flung from that stupid tree. Oh my God. There are
The angles
Hated that.
are making so much sense to me.
yes. Angles don't make sense when people are launching from various things. Speed and time. Holy shit, was that not the longest 5 minutes on that bomb? And what an arbitrary number to choose. Maybe he wasn't sure he was going to be out of there in 10 minutes. But why did he set the bomb for 12 minutes? Why not 15? Why not 10?
It maxed out at 12.
There were more spaces for digits.
Listen, man. The bomb guy, didn't do a good job.
It had 1, 2, and 0. Those are his only options.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe whoever built the bomb's like, you're not paying me enough. You give me more. You can have a longer timer. But for what you're paying me, I'm maxing you out at 12.
Exactly. You don't know. You know how are you a bomb
microtransactions.
master?
All I know is it's just certain things in this movie. Because like I say, Chris Farley is the wrench in the gears of this realistic ninja world in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, if if he had not been a part of this whole thing would have gone out perfectly. Honestly, nothing bad probably would have happened.
No, yeah.
He was making more of a mess of everything than the bad guys were, really.
Do not underestimate the Kabuto-sai. They're ruthless.
We're not exactly kittens.
Look. Hey. Don't want this.
There is one joke that really hit me pretty good, and I think it's because it kind of seemed really natural, but like it's stupid, right? So when he gets to Beverly Hills and he's looking for Sally Jones, right? And he's like going up to like every blonde woman. He's like, Sally Jones, and he sees this long blonde-haired person with a purse looking into the window. And he's like, Sally Jones, and it turns, and it's like this Fabio dude. He's like, whoa! And his reaction was so serious, and then his fucking mumble shit after. Oh, dude, I was cracking up.
Jones! Whoa, I mistook you for a friend of mine. You look so much like her. I mean him. Actually, up close, you don't look like either of them. They are twins. And this is nice. Excuse me.
We complained about Chris Farley's acting. Well, I think he's better than we give him credit for.
That's...
Well, he's good at being Chris Farley.
Yes.
But he's
yes.
not good at acting.
No. But I'm wondering...
'Cause I think he was just doing what he would have done in that situation.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, one, now I got to look to see if he's ever done anything serious, because that's one thing I think that comics can do, right? Like, for instance, I really want to see that Reign Over Me. I've talked about it before. I really want to see that because I heard Adam Sandler put on a really good performance. And I don't like Adam Sandler. Okay, said it before. I'll say it again.
Say it every opportunity you get.
Yes, I will. I want it to be known. Well known. But here's the thing, right? Just because you're good at it, maybe doing something like that comes off as more work, right? It's like, oh, okay, now I got to go through all this and get into this mindset and do this script and follow these directors who are probably taking it serious because it's a serious film, versus being on a set where things are much looser, people are having a good time, you get to have fun with it. Why wouldn't you do that? So, I kind of hope there is a movie where he takes it serious, because I would love to see it. And I almost feel like maybe he would be really good.
Maybe. Probably never know.
Yeah, I was going to say, if none of those movies exist where he does play a serious part, we will never know, which is a shame.
I I'm ashamed to admit I didn't even notice the brother was in the teppanyaki scene.
Oh my! You know what? I know what happened. That scene came up. And Mike's like, "Ooh."
So
Ooh,
I gotta
looking
admit,
good.
I was like barely paying attention to the movie, and so they just kept cutting to the brother, and I was just like not paying attention, and I was like, "Who is this that they keep cutting to?"
Okay. Wait.
Oh, I
So,
know where
like-
you're going with this.
So like it was really funny when it cut, and it was like, "Oh, it's the brother." I had to go back and watch it. I'm like, "Oh shit, that's the brother." The whole-
Then Mike had to put his Jergens away. No, okay. I don't know if this was meant to be a joke or what, but
I know where you're going.
when they took the wig off, he had like the same fucking hair. Was that? Do you guys think that was intended?
I don't know, but I have that written down too. They take his wig off to reveal the same hair, and he's like, "I'm found out."
I know.
Like that's the revealing feature. Is like, dude, did you have the same fucking haircut as the wig?
Yeah, it was really good. I did enjoy that. That's the thing. The thing. There were some funny jokes, right? I do feel they were a bit far and few, but
I
there were
only
some funny
laughed
jokes.
out loud like for real once at this whole movie.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
I had a couple. But here's the thing. I think you nailed it where they tried to have this funny plot and it's like, okay, let's put Chris Farley in there. They just needed something to play him into.
Yeah.
And then I think they were trying so heavy-handedly to put so much shit in there that most of it is just kind of like they just took a handful, threw it at the wall, and just well, what sticks. Because funny shit really happens from start to finish.
Yeah.
But most of it isn't that funny. In my
Yeah.
opinion.
No, I was gonna say it's like the movie's heavy-handed. Is actually the perfect way to describe the whole movie. I think like it's not a bad movie.
No, it's not.
Just they could have probably like cut half the jokes
Yes.
or cut them a little shorter, like less is more type deal.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think like maybe if you eased back and kept the ones that I'm sure they probably knew were better than the others, as opposed to just throwing them all in there. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a writer. I just think that'd be better. Did anybody notice the dog shit he stepped in by chance?
Okay, what was
That was like
that?
foam.
Did you see it? No, it wasn't foam.
That was like
It was like gelatinous
yeah,
or
it was
something.
like rubber.
Because he stepped in it and it squished. And
Yeah.
he's like looking at it. And as soon as he
It was a stress ball. 100%.
he lifts his foot up, it's like,
Yeah, he stepped in it and it squished completely. And then when he takes his foot off it, it just whoop, springs right back into a poop shape. Like,
dude, I actually rewound that to look at it again. I was laughing my ass off at that because it's so ridiculous looking. And I don't even think that was meant to be a joke at all. It's just really bad prop.
The effects where he does that like he does the splits on the boxes
Oh, yeah.
was just weird. It was just
so
odd.
I
What was
have
Computer
happening?
graphics in 97.
was that just computer graphics? Because it almost looked like they had someone else do it and then just put his body on top of it.
Oh.
Yeah, they
Maybe.
yeah, it was weird.
Because,
Super weird.
like, the whole body. The
Because
whole,
he's a big dude.
yes.
And all of a sudden it was like, whoop, skinnier at the waist. Like,
Yeah,
it
they
was a
just put
different
like his
person.
head on someone else's body.
Okay.
They put like his whole torso on his
Okay,
body.
and they probably did, but when you watch it, it looks really oddly superimposed.
Dude, they spent
So-
$10 on that. Scene.
It's
They
so
must-
jarring that it's actually like hard to notice what was wrong with it.
It's
Because you're
really
just
weird.
like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know how they did it. I don't want to know. It should never be
And
used
it's
again.
followed up by that catching the throwing knife almost
Yes.
immediately.
Which is about just as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the best scene is when the cops are after him and then his brother throws a smoke bomb and then instantly all the cops are so confused. They're like,
Yes.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
yeah, but okay.
And it's just like a little puff of smoke. And they have no idea what's going on.
I do like how when the smoke bomb hit in front of him, it's just a little tiny puff of smoke,
Yeah.
and he's just straight up standing in it. Like, he doesn't even react to it going off.
He's a ninja.
It's so good though.
Yeah, but what I want to know is, okay, so the smoke ball hits because he's trying to create, this distraction, this cloud, so he can grab his brother's shirt and pretend to be him.
Yeah.
But did it like make more cops?
Yes.
I feel
That's
like
some Payday 2 level shit.
I feel like at one point there's like 3 cops and there's a smoke ball, and all of a sudden you see like a crowd of police officers bumbling about everywhere. Where the fuck did they come from? I don't know. I don't know. It just
I did notice that like There's a lot of them in the smoke. I do like that they went super close in on the smoke to make it seem like, oh, it's spread, to give you at least that effect.
Yeah, but it was pretty funny how you can clearly see through the smoke, and the cops are just like, "Whoa, what do I do?
Okay.
What do I do?"
Okay.
So are we also just supposed to assume that ninjas are just a regular thing in this world?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
They exist.
I mean, like the mythical form of like a ninja type deal. Because like in the news, it's like the murder. It's like we have a murder suspect who is a ninja. Like
There was somebody referred to them one time. Like, what did she say? Something like known as ninjas, and I'm like, I'm actually on the opposite side of what you're talking about. She made it seem like no one's heard of a ninja before.
how did Sally find out about ninjas?
I have no idea. They have an ad in the phone book. Like that, I never even thought of that.
That's another thing too. When they blindfolded him and took him to that place, they definitely unblindfolded him outside with the giant name of the building on the side. It's like, what was the point? Dude could just go to the phone book and look up your business and he'd be right back there. Which is probably how the brother got there in the first place.
These are things I'm not even thinking of when I'm watching this. Okay, I can see why this might not be the best Chris Farley movie. I don't even know what other ones there are anymore. But this does have my vote for the least. Okay? Not a bad movie!
I was going to say the other ones are so good, though. Like,
Well, okay, here's the thing, right? And I think that's where this one probably lacks. Okay? Follow me on this.
Oh, I know. David Spade.
Yes, you had a dynamic. This one relied solely on Chris Farley.
well,
Period.
no, they tried to have the dynamic with the brother, but the brother didn't have any lines.
Exactly.
He had no part.
And maybe that's what they were relying on, but he played, because he's a ninja, he's not supposed to be seen. He's only there to kind of correct his fuck-ups. So there's nothing really fun to watch with that because he's kind of serious. But you're getting that from everybody else anyway, so it's not like he's adding anything new.
What is that? Okay.
Are we on fire?
I'm gonna hope
that was my headphones.
Oh my god!
How did your headphones do that?
All of a sudden we're gonna be recording our
Ninja tricks.
fire and shit. Okay.
But he did have a great quote in this movie.
What was the quote?
Said he didn't say fat guy and a little gi.
They didn't say that, did they?
No, they didn't. I'm sad they didn't say it.
Oh, okay.
Only when I cease to breathe will I be dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, dude.
I do like the visible confusion on the other guy's face when he said that too. Like,
Yeah, because I think he's like, just take care of this guy. He didn't even really care. He's just like, this guy's a fucking moron.
I will go to the hills of Beverly.
No, even in the very beginning when Sally Jones tries to go hire him and he's trying to show off his skills or lack thereof, and he's all like, close your eyes and count to 9.
yeah, that was actually one of my favorite
When you
parts.
open them, I will be gone. Or fuck, he said. I'm just like,
He's just on the other side of the room.
No, I think the best part is like he walks up to the skinny pole first, steps behind it, immediately realizes
yeah. I just even the way he jumps through the stupid rice paper window.
to come back around the corner.
He could have just walked out the door and then walked right back.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the joke.
A lot of the movie was funny. It just wasn't like laugh out loud funny.
No, it had its moments, but yeah, they were very far and few. Which I will say, at some point, if none of you pick, I will definitely be picking Tommy Boy. But this does have me a little worried.
Oh, you don't think he's going to hold up?
Well, here's the thing. I think he will. In my heart of hearts, I feel like he will. But I was really excited to get into this one because I remember liking this one, and it doesn't hold up. So now I'm afraid.
I think that's fitting with how I'm going to review it.
Ooh, man, this worries me. I have to say, I do like doing this because I do get a chance and a reason to watch movies I've been wanting to watch forever. But man, let me tell you what, sometimes there's some regret.
So I do think that's kind of the problem with doing this. Is I go into watching these movies paying way more attention than I ever would before.
Oh.
Yeah, I just cut out. Oh, I'm back. Okay, so I go into these movies paying way more attention than I ever would before.
Right, yeah.
So I tend to dislike movies more. I don't know if that's just the fact of paying too much attention just opens up plot holes or just, mistakes.
And I think I mentioned this before. Here's why I think this works this way. Because when you're younger and you're doing other stuff, maybe you're playing on the computer or whatever, you're only paying attention to the movie when the good shit's happening. So when it kind of has its lulls, you shift your focus to something else. So when you look back on it, you're only remembering all the good shit.
Yeah.
And then when you're kind of more harper, then when you're more hyper focused on it because you're trying to be analytical.
I think you just picked my next movie. Yeah. We'll see.
Ooh, interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. We'll get to it. But yeah, so anyway, so I think that's why sometimes these don't live up to my expectations because I'm only remembering the select parts I probably just paid attention to.
You only remember the good things.
Yeah.
That's how it is with most stuff. That's why nostalgia exists.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Anybody want to touch
Chris Farley.
Anybody want to touch him?
Yes.
Anything else?
Oh no.
Anything else? Anybody want to add anything before we do this?
No.
All right. Then let's get into Farley thoughts and ratings.
You've been waiting the whole time for that, haven't you? You're so...
I can't rely on you.
No, you can't.
All right. Russell, because I was going to say Mike again. Russell's your pick. You'll be going last.
I have one question. I do have one question I just thought of.
Oh, what do you got?
This was my first time ever seeing this movie.
Oh, shit. I wanted to ask that. I just assumed we all seen it.
It's not. You guys have both seen this before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just
Damn
curious
it.
about that.
That's something I try to touch on at the beginning of every episode. And I was so... I think I overlooked it because I just
for
assumed.
my rating. It matters
Oh,
for my
interesting.
rating.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's do... You know what? I've seen this before. I'll go first.
Okay.
My board is right here. All right. Okay, so it's been a long time since I've seen this. I had really high hopes, and you should never go into a movie with high hopes. Go neutral or low, never high. Never watch a movie high. Here we go. I'm giving it
But,
a 5.
oh.
This movie is not entertaining. It's not funny. It's just middle of the road. It's an hour and 28 minutes. It seems like an hour and 28 minutes, but here's the kicker. If you don't like Chris Farley and his style, don't watch the movie because that is all this movie offers, period. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you're getting. So my rating did not change. I'm happy for the most part. I seen it again, but I am a little disappointed. It did not exactly live up to what I remember. So I'm giving it middle of the road. I think it's average. Mike, first time watcher, what are you giving it?
I gave it also a 5.
Oh!
So my whole point of this movie is I think it's worth a watch. It's very, like you said, middle of the road. I was mad when you said it because like you stole my words. So
Sorry.
It's a very middling movie that is worth a watch, I think.
Okay.
Especially, it's a Chris Farley movie. If you like him, it's just more of him.
Mm-hmm.
So as a first time watcher, I'm totally okay with it. I think rewatching it, I don't think it's worth a rewatch.
Yeah,
So-
one-time watch, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Russell, this is not your first time.
No.
What are you giving? Beverly Hills Ninja. You picked it. You picked it.
Giving it a 6.
Why are you,
Oh, I was going to say, you half-assed that one, then I saw Inch.
why are you giving this 6 inches?
Well, I think I felt the same. I felt that it was a very average movie, but because Chris Farley, I just threw an extra point in there. I was give it a 5, but I was like, I like Chris Farley,
Yeah, that's fair
You
enough.
could put him in any movie and I'd probably like it. So,
Howard the Duck?
I agree.
yeah, if he
If he was Howard,
Ooh,
it would have been a better movie.
I may not be the best ninja. I may not be one with the universe. But I will tell you this. No one messes with my brother! Everybody was
That brings us to the end of this week's episode. Remember, if you like the show, consider subscribing because we are 100% listener and viewer supported, which is how we get away with all our shenanigans and copywritten material. So join us Monday because Mike is about to present us with next week's pick. So join us Monday and see what he is going to have us talking about later on in that week. Mondays and Wednesdays. Be there, asshole.
Oh, thank you, Essel.
Maybe that's why I thought of that. I'm like, why did I say that? It's a subconscious choice. I don't know. What?
Yep.
Because of reasons.
Yeah, it's the joke. It's like he's good at fighting now because reasons.
I don't get it. Is it a joke?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, I just... What the hell was
Nothing. It's fine.